I know. Just bear with me though. We live. We live right now. Mm-hmm. We live right now. Don't need nothing. But everything that participated, you know what I'm saying? You know the deal. Everything that participated, you know, all is permitted, nothing is forbidden, and nothing is hidden. They say it's all about volume and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He said just go. It ain't got nothing to do with that. But I can't go just to anything. But I can go to anything. But you know what I'm saying? Even though I can go to anything, but it's like this, I'm not saying that you ain't got it, cause you know you got it. Homage got the vibes, nigga. Y'all know who Homage is, right? Feel what I'm saying? You know who Beats by N-A-R is, right? N-A-R, nigga. Let's go back a little bit. On this side of the coin, they like, clean your room, you bugging. But on the other side, they like, yo, he bugging, what we gonna do? I mean, that's up to you. Why they gotta get involved? Why I gotta hit y'all just to come off with, oh. I had the people like, oh. I had cats looking like, whoa. Why the hell he ain't know? He ain't supposed to know the insides and outs. They might as well snitch. Your man might as well do it with you and Trick. And then after that, you find out that your man's a trick. How you doing that shit? How you paying for it? But got you paying for it. Now as we paying for it, and to what you seeing now, him on beat like, yo, what he saying now? Did you hear what he did? Nah. I ain't paying attention to it. I suggest you tune in then. Cause the last tune he did was like, shit. If you gonna keep writing, you pay attention to what he enlightened the crowd with. They walking out different. Like, yo, how could I listen when the next time they drop it? They ain't clumsy, it's just the way that it drops, kid. See what he's saying? Third eye open like, well, fam. Ain't we all in tune and got the same parts? But some of us ain't got the same gods. And yo, I ain't the same God. You see that? What's that on the skull? They got different types of cream for it, yo. But him, he on this left. Like, yo, why he doing it like that? Was it all a setup? Did he let his skin go dry for purposes of that? What's he saying? Nothing. that y'all prepared to deal with, fam. Like, yo, what's wrong with this cat? If he had this one and names they put out, like, he'd be better. But it ain't better than what your favorite veteran got you now inspired, right and in position to respond. Like, if it wasn't that, why would you say something? But anyway, he offbeat and on track, like, you getting it together. Like, yo, I couldn't do this forever, but anyway, whatever. Let's say something else to it. I ain't cold. It's just you might need a coat. We're hearing it though. For real. It's only July's end. You hearing it? He ain't saying it's wrong. It's just what you said out of your jaw. It made him say, well, oh, anyway, I was already gonna get live, y'all. Oh. What else they got?
Most men believe that women are too weak to compete.
Let's see what else is on here, man. I mean, we just checking it out. You know what I'm saying? No, nothing. Just a few chemicals. Y'all with the great subliminals. It's kind of criminal when y'all come with those kind of bars like, who into you? But then again, I'm into you. I was a fan before you started. Cause we all got a part from this. But we all got our part in this. You gonna have to part in this. What's his part in this? My part is this. What's going on, man? EILANA. We just looking for stuff to say stuff to. We looking for stuff to say stuff to. Matter of fact, I'd give you one even better.
She looked me in my eyes when she sucking it. Told her I would never trust another bitch. Give all up. Brooklyn at? Where Brooklyn at? Where Brooklyn at?
It's okay now. I'm here.
Where Brooklyn at? Where Brooklyn at? Where Brooklyn? Yeah. Hey yo, she looked me in my eyes when she sucked.
Am I wonderful, so deeply in love with you? No, am I wonderful, so deeply in love with you? No, am I wonderful, so deep.
We finna go here. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Cause I ain't raw. I ain't raw. I'm not raw. The beast is raw. I'm just trying to keep up. Hey yo, he ain't raw. Brain cells frustrated. Wait. He ain't raw. Frustrated brain cells Wait. He ain't raw. Frustrated brain cells respond. And out comes the decon. These rats, it's like tricking on your man. That's what he just said, Black. Look, he ain't taking care of himself. But then he take care of himself on this one. What's he saying? Is he in his own position to produce what he doing? What he doing? This beat ain't really for him. It's like somebody in elections trying to steal it. Like, yo, what he doing that one for? Cause everything, you know what I'm saying?
Support supplement giving you enough? Airborne's new and improved formula helps fill the holes your immune system may.
Look. Let's go back a little bit. What he gonna say? I don't know. Look, YouTube Live. He probably did some writtens, but that's part of the hidden. Anyway, let's get back to what he didn't give them. Last time he did it, felt like they was cheated. Then they start packing in the space where he's speaking. Now they start looking at the way that he tweaking. Now they start looking at the way that they speaking. Now you start looking at what's coming out your speaker. Now you start wondering why the hell was they ever featured. Then you start looking at the way that this creature gave it to him live. Like, yo, you heard him speak it? Nah. Yesterday that he said it, nah. Today it's the way that they get it, nah. It's right now that the way that he give it, yeah, it's the wave that they feeling when getting in it. Let's go for a dive. On this swim, y'all can't peep the gem's eye now. Put them in the bottom. Sunken treasure is what they all going after now. Trying to dig it up like, you got it? Nah. I really couldn't find it. It's saying he just did a bunch of nothing. Mumble rap situation got them like cousin. If you gonna do it like this, the world's bugging like, yo, how they say he the best when he doesn't match up? See the flame, and then after that they start going in their brain, trying to figure out which route that he came. See these bugs flying around him, yo man, it must be trash. Not just that rational thought inside that you got you like, wow, what's he really doing? A bunch of nowhere leading to you going. Anyway, he didn't match with the beat. The faces let you know. The many faces made you think that it was coke, or probably some other drug that's got you with hope. Like, yo, if he said that, I'm really dope. But then after that, y'all stop feeling like the GOAT. On a mission to get the park back, Rucker. 3 feet in the air, black. Is these cats trying to dunk on who? Nah, don't worry about it, it wasn't you. So, you ain't got nothing to think about. All you gotta do is just bring your next album out. And before that, release a mixtape. And before that, release what he say. It gives it all the good. I don't know even what to say behind that. It seems like what they all saying. When he get on, it's what they all saying. Except for it's all made clear. It's like Nas dropping another one for this year. Except for it's already been done. Now that we can get back to the way that he's on having fun, they be looking at him like, yo, what he done? It's the reason why his son gonna be like, yo, I'm done. It ain't no diss to the God, it's just the way God gets in and like, y'all really need to think about what you was doing, y'all, for real. If that's really worth their while, like, oh, we probably all been on. But anyway, I'm cheering you on like, yo, go home, Holmes. I was a fan before I started. And now, the dearly departed is looking at these cats like they severely retarded. You should have had your medication before you started. Ain't none of it wrong. It's just what y'all all saw. Ain't none of it wrong. It's just what y'all all saw. It's just what y'all all saw. Before the beat start, let me start with this. That got y'all thinking like, yo, why he in this? Right here. Who let the door open up without security searching them? Cuz 9 get in, and now y'all like, what? Hold on. I ain't want homie to show up. It's like Suge coming to a Snoop party, and there ain't no diss on nobody. It's just the way y'all all foolhardy. Don't get them started. Part 2, part you. How you get on beat like, yo, how dude gonna get this one back? The first one was like, yo, man, what he doing with that? What's that in the corner? Some way. It ain't what you thinking, alright? It's just the light that y'all seeing from his eyes that gleam. That's like, damn, how he start these? Did he plot that? And did it make y'all see these things was supposed to be like y'all here now doing this one and learning and growing? And this part showing that this where they all got it from. But anyway, let's get back to what he was starting to do, son. Here go one. Alright, we finna go this route. Dotting them. Can y'all hang out with me for a minute? You are L Fiends with the best smack. That's that. And then after that, it goes that rap. Right there shouldn't have been done, black. They gon' think that you dissing. In reality, they listening. Reality, really, they out of here. And there's no diss on no man. But then they know man's trying to figure out where they going. Where he going, ain't got nothing to do with y'all going towards. It's all a fallacy, it's all a fantasy, it's all me. Fantasy football. In the season about to start right now, so get y'all bets in order and place them. Y'all gonna make him go to a place to make them. Say why y'all make him go to that place that y'all make them. Things seem impossible to do, like y'all had somebody write it for you. Or whoever it is, I hope you paying them well. Did you feed his kids last time that I was saying this? But then last time he was saying this, the line to get all screwed up. Like this one right here, like y'all screwed up. Like who was that cutting it? No one above it when these cats start going over it and like they wanting it. to be one of those. They was like, no, you shouldn't have did flow. They was like, yo, leave it to bro. And if so, please let him do so. Ain't nowhere to go. Like, what did you know about this road before you took it though? It gets bumpy sometimes. Like, hey, yo, hold on. Where did he turn? These cats get burned. Like, that's what you get for being in the line, patiently waiting your turn. That never happened.
For about $1 a week, you get more than just a tow. Like help with flats, lockouts, dead
I will
batteries,
be
and more.
right
Get a
back.
AAA number.
Cause we only getting started. We having fun. We having fun. We just having fun. We just having fun. Stay right here. Stay right here. Don't move. Stay right here. Stay right there. Hey. Stay right there. Hey, stay right there. Don't go nowhere. Let's just go this route. It ain't that he whack or crap. It's just that when the white flare up and fiends hit the block and psoriasis flare up, in a second you gonna hear that clear up. Like, move the antenna that way. Cause we just getting started. I'm finna do everything but what they was thinking. But some of this stuff gonna be written, some of it ain't gonna be written. I'm gonna let y'all decide. Look, okay, he passing out ways to win. Who wanna make it big outside of his mercy and grace? Ain't no other way to will. He passing out ways to win. Who wanna make it big outside of his mercy and grace? Ain't no other way to live. Real riding hobos need get on track quick. Otherwise, it's 3 the hard way. Up top via hat trick. Mask a certain way to bring order to the matrix. How he make it? The reason why they just can't take it. Like Shorty screaming like, yo, we can't make this. We gon' have to take it. I got your money, give it back to him and take it another way. When he say it, that's why they looking at it like, yo, who made this? Who made this? We gonna do a little bit of this and a little bit of that. It's not for me to promote anything that I did like it ain't working. It's just the way that I'm working. Mask. Look, Dawn of Rhyme. He been doing it since the dawn of time. Them losing when he do it is the only thing that come to mind. He come to rhyme. Balanced thoughts, still mask. On the count of 3 all together. It was never our time. The trash you produce can't stress it enough. He dropped Mike's hard lemonade, single file with your cups. Y'all just give it up, like him on stage and them giving it up, singing along, every word to every song. Like yo, forever that he goes on and on about this one. Rio Libra, make them say, yo, why y'all ever let him? Then after that, they ever let him keep going with this one. He everlasting. They jump around to the sound that he profound. Over beat like right now. You found it now? Yeah. Where was it hiding? Inside your subconscious where he rhyming. That make them say, why you time it? Simple, we had to know the time stamp when lining things up like this when he lining. Y'all up in concert form like, yo, we gotta hear him do these poems. Is he doing it right now? Yo, he on, be quiet. Just listen to the rhyme, listen to the time. Y'all remember that time? Mike Jackson might rap him out they socks and shoes. You know what he do? He just chose to move a crew. Hold on for a second. We right here. We ain't went nowhere. Don't worry about it. He ain't went nowhere. That's an easy fix. We finna get into it. Don't worry about it. If you think that's what he... Listen. Y'all thought that was it? That's cool. But just know we live right now. Beats by now. We finna see. I ain't making no promises, but we finna see. Hold on. Hold on. Just be patient with me. Your best writers became the game's worst biters. Like he got bed bugs on him like this. Nigga must have fell off and living on the street. Not dissing the rhymer, it's just the way he speak. Some shit he said last week got y'all thinking about the way you did the last tweet. Is it any way to erase it? Or will they really embrace it? Or is it just adhesives to make it stick like, yo, you should never speak it? Don't tweak this, don't tweet this. It's what your mind was saying in your head and you tweeted this. Now I get it poppin' like, damn, shorty at the crib. And after that, you like, I got kids. How she on that? It ain't got nothing to do with where you at. Or the relationship y'all got. Or the way he do rap. Anyway, let's get back to where it's at. Let's get back to that little trick you pulled up out the hat. That little gat. What you doing with that? If you do that one more time, all he needed one more wine. And one last time, he came through a voice in the frame. Anyway, I'm about to go into this next thing. This beat nice, but the next thing. Whip that beat. Nah, whiskey and cigars got him thinking about tomorrow. Like, yo, what made you get into doing bars? You wasn't thinking about tomorrow? My God, what's he on, dog, for real? Somebody should have told him. But anyway, let's keep going. I hear what they were saying. Sounds good from the UNI, and about to go. That's the bro from Philly. The cheese like, yo, hold on. And the stakes that's involved got them thinking like, we should be really listening to dog. If you ain't now on the clock ticking, listening to what he mentioned, you out of this dimension. As well as out of the loop. Anyway, this the only thing that's flying out the coop. Is this really dude? Nah. The question is this really you? I am you, you are me. Guess what we doing? Educating the world on what we should be doing. What we should be doing. But anyway, let's get back what Cuz be doing over these beats, over these streets. It's him now covering that like lines to be in your lane. That's where you should stay. Those thoughts in your head, where you should stay. Where they yet should stay is a place where they thinking about, no, not today, don't say that. They like say that. The last time he played that, another Pat Sajak. I like to solve the puzzle. Them standing like, I'm puzzled. It's like a doom pictorial. Anyway, let's get back to the pictorials. Can I transform into some people? Hey, yo, UNI TV. UNI TV and radio. That's my brother from Philadelphia. We just getting started. I ain't even started rhyming yet. I'm just having fun. I'm just having fun. We ain't even started rhyming yet. But shout out to UNI TV that just
My
joined
daughter
us.
was diagnosed with mental
Shout out to EILANA.
all of her motor functions. I wondered if I'd ever hear.
All of this was a disguise to get y'all in tune to what I'm really about to do. I do rhymes, I do all that. I do rhymes, I do all that. But it's cheap advertisement, because if you really want me to go in, y'all gotta let me know. But I'm finna let y'all hear something though. Cause my freestyling ability, I ain't gonna say it's unmatched, but it is what it is. And plus, when the homies get in, so y'all stay tuned. I got y'all here. I want y'all to hear this. But y'all stay tuned, though. Check it out.
Hot damn, boy. Bounce with me, the mouth.
We live on YouTube, though.
Your deepest fears confirmed. Scared you like praying it ain't your sperm. You raising the sun, you think the world is done. With all things you shall be at. Hot damn.
Special shout out to the Badgers Den. UNI TV. You feel what I'm saying? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You see it. Peace to the family from the UNI Badgers Den. Listen, if y'all ain't up on UNI TV, I don't know what y'all doing. I ain't faulting you for it, but y'all need to get in tune. So we gonna go and let y'all hear this one right here.
Damn, boy.
Hot damn, boy.
Bounce with me, the mouth. But which one though? Your deepest fears confirmed. Scared you like praying it ain't your sperm. You raising the sun, you think the world is done. With all things you shall be at one. This goes beyond pole shift. Mad flows is the energy that now grips. Chaos realm, I am live presented to you. It's a part of your plan you had for you long before now. Certain things has to be. The
State of hip hop has gone at your feet.
Then can't we? It can incarnate it.
Say it with me, people. Say it with me, people. You and I. Cause it ain't nothing but you and I. You hear me? You and I on TikTok. Let's go.
Deepest fears confirmed. Scared you like praying it ain't your sperm. You raising the sun, you think the world is done. With all things you shall be at one. This goes beyond pole shift. Mad flows is the energy that now grips. Chaos realm, I am live presented to you.
It's a part of your plan. That's my nigga though.
Before now, certain things has to be. The pure state of hip hop is atrophied. Then can't we? It can incarnate a handicap. Behind this, it seemed to get his legs back. You can too, depending where your head's at. This is transformation fast track.
So, hey G, if you ain't up on it, I ain't saying that you not. I ain't saying that you is. Veloco.
They was planning this.
To my brother, right now that just joined us at UNI, at the Badgers Den. Listen, G, like I told you before, go live on here and get the message out. I love you for what you're doing, G. Get the message out. Continue to get the message out. Bricks Nation. Let's go.
Boy.
Veloco. Nigga, go live on Veloco with everything you doing. You and I. Cause it's you and I. I see you, God.
Your deepest fears confirmed. Scared you like praying it ain't your sperm. You raising the sun, you think the world is done. With all things you shall be at one. This goes beyond pole shift. Mad flows is the energy that now grips. Chaos realm, I am live presented to you. It's a part of your plan.
Elena.
Long before now, certain things has to be.
EILANA.
Atrophy, then can't we? It can incarnate a handicap. Behind this, it seemed to get his legs back. You can too, depending where your head's at. This is transformation fast track.
Without missing the beat.
A great place to eat. Healing frequencies through the beat. But a treat to the 1-2 goes your feet. They was planning this cookout all week. Who's that masked man, Cousin Pete?
He came to rock the beat.
Thank you, ladies and gents.
I'll be here all week. Good night.
Yeah.
Vascular.nil.
I am that I am. Rappers a scam. I'm Birdie Madoff, yet I got you eating out of my hand. Who's the picture? I don't know what you had pictured. Sure is a
Special thanks to you and I. Special thanks to, I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name right, but EILANA for joining us right now on this live.
pure state of hip hop is atrophy. Then can't we? It came incarnated handicap. Behind this, it seemed to get his legs back. You can too, depending where your head's at. This is transformation fast track. Without missing a beat, a great place to eat. Healing frequencies through the beat. What a treat to the 1-2 goes your feet. They was planning this cookout all week. Who's that masked man, Cousin Pete?
He came to rock the beat.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
I'll be here all week.
Good night. Yeah. Dotting them, masking them.
Do.
I am that I am.
Master Scale, I'm with the hero.
That I got you eating out of my hand.
Voor de koersen lieke, op moeder en chedike, op wat zullen eten, wat kan er in zitten, I don't know kilo, I ben zullen in, pas kan er in, mokola mela. En dan kan ze bij een inko zo bieke, alle kola met chedike, ik zal een busy, bieden twee tetra, peta titra.
GPS your mind instead of rhyme. To yourself you only lying. Cut the crime, this is all what you signed up for. Until you metamorphosize, it only gets worse moving forward. Moving forward in the
Let me get y'all abreast of that.
What a treat to the 1-2 goes your feet.
Yo!
They was planning this cookout all week.
Who's that masked man? Cousin Pete, he came to rock the beat.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be here all week. Good night.
Who that masked man Badger Den? He came to rock the beat.
This goes beyond pole shift. Mad flows is the energy that now grips. Chaos realm, I am live presented to you. It's a part of your plan you had for you long before now. Certain things has to be.
Say it with me.
Pure state of hip hop.
It's atrophy, then came we.
It came.
Me and you, baby. It's us, baby.
Behind this, it seemed to get his legs back. You can too, depending where your head's at. This is transformation fast.
What up, Fi?
Without missing a beat, a great place to eat. Healing frequencies through the beat. What a treat to the 1-2 goes your feet.
You and I.
This cookout all week. Who's
Badgers Den.
Cousin Pete, he came to rock the beat.
Badgers Den.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'll be here all week.
We'll be here all week.
Good night.
Even if it's just you and me, baby. Masking them, dotting them.
I am that I am. Rappers a scam. I'm Birdie Madoff, yet I got you eating out of my hand. Who's the pigeon? I don't know what you had pictured.
Sure was it this way? You should really pay attention. Don't think they heard me. I am that I am. Mask is a
I'm
scam.
Birdie Madoff, yet I got you eating out my
Rap
hand.
is a scam.
I don't know what you had pictured.
Mask is a scam.
This one, you should really
Pay attention.
Yeah.
GPS your rhyme instead of rhyming to yourself. You only lying. Cut the crime. This is all that you signed up for. And until metamorphosize. Yes, I love you too, brother. Everything you do is fire.
Conscious collective moves beyond the dense levels completely. He operate in public
As an occult secret, just keep it.
It's for your life to eat with.
Woe to thee who shines light in the dark on unwilling pigs. He's the sound of wealth, nourishment, health, knowledge, the ancient fig.
Mad flows.
Cthulhu's back on the planet again. You getting this, kid? Hold on, wait a minute. Do it again.
I am that I am. Rappers a scam. I'm Birdie Madoff, yet I got you eating out of my hand. Who's the pigeon? I don't know what you had pictured. Sure isn't this one. You should really pay attention. Don't think they heard me. Look, I am that I am. Rappers a scam. I'm Birdie Madoff. Yet I got you eating out my hand. Who's the pigeon? I don't know what you had pictured. Sure isn't this one. You should really pay attention. Yeah? GPS your mind instead of rhyme. To yourself you only lying. Cut the crime. This is all what you say.
We the whole planet and universe.
Metamorphosize, it only gets worse moving forward. Moving forward in election, the conscious collective.
We move beyond the dense levels completely.
He operate in public as an occult secret. Just keep it. It's for your life to eat with. Woe to thee who shines light in the dark on unwilling pigs. A sign of wealth, nourishment, and knowledge. The ancient fig. Mad flows. Cthulhu's back on the planet again. Getting this kid. I am that I am. Rappers a scam. I'm Birdie Madoff. Yet I got you eating out of my hand. Who's the pigeon? I don't know what you had vision. It sure wasn't this one. Look, shorty, you should really pay attention. I am that I am. Rap's a scam, I'm Birdie Madoff. Yet I got you eating out my hand like a pigeon. I don't know what you had vision. It sure isn't this one. Wake your dumb ass up, nigga, and pay attention. Man, Flows Thyanzoo, Flows Thyanzoo, S. Dot, whatever. Known felon clear.
Hold on, I got something else for y'all.
Known felon crew, Planet Chicago, stand up. You know what I'm saying? Produced by Yuri.
Hold on, wait a minute. I got one more for y'all.
Beats by Dog, MF Cthulhu, HR Nizzy. Let's get busy. You know what I'm saying? Planet, y'all know what to do.
Let's go. You and I, Badgers Den.
Chris Michael's whispers in the dark, deep in the heart. Cthulhu is your favorite part, no December of the art. Easter egg on Mario Kart. Chow, upload, it's a blowout. Cut the games, no use in using your brain. Yo, that ain't even why you came. Just clean up after the game. After the game, nothing else to brain. You just gotta cope with the pain. At the end, all shall be explained. Stay the course.
Let's do it again. Let's do it again.
Beats by Nar.
MF Cthulhu, part of that great family.
You know what I'm saying? Planet, y'all know what to do.
Of course we here, family. You the right arm, I'm the left arm. You the left arm, I'm the right arm.
Whispers in the dark, deep in the heart. Cthulhu is your favorite part of the genre of the art. Easter egg on Mario Kart. Chow, upload this.
I don't think they caught on. Wait a minute. Let's get it to him again, shall we? You with that? Let's go then.
Beats by Nar, MF Cthulhu, HR Nizzy.
This that Chicago, Philly connection. Oh no, you ain't gotta worry about it. You ain't even gotta worry about it, brother. I appreciate you too, thank you.
Let's have some fun with this one, okay? Beats by Nar, Chris Michael's whispers in the dark, deep in the heart. Cthulhu is your favorite part, another genre of the art. Easter egg on Mario Kart. Chow, upload, it's a blowout. Cut the games, no use in using your brain. Yo, that ain't even why you came. Just clean up after the game. After the game, nothing else to brain. You just gotta cope with the pain. At the end, all shall be explained. Stay the course, embrace change. He takes you to a new level of the game. Grand Theft Auto, Planet Chicago. Yo, easy, cowboy. Lee Cornell smokes Marlboros. What if God flowed the gospels? They make money his apostles. This what it feel like when the real MC rock you. MF Cthulhu over Beats by Nar. Hip-hop
Beats by Nar.
Just came to life.
Brandon Blanco with that beat. Vernie.
With eyes closed, blindfold, he administers mind control, 3 or 4 lines.
The real human.
It's really all it takes. Go back to sleep and enjoy your stay.
How much got the vibes?
Don't forget to get a job and procreate. With eyes closed, blindfold, he administers mind control.
Badgers Den.
No, it's really all it takes. Go back to sleep and enjoy your stay. Yo, is it the new Bull Stadium break? Don't forget to get a job and procreate.
We finna get into these lessons in a little bit.
The man hypnotizes Biggie, can't you see? From sea to land to shining sea. He's one of those I gotta see. A self-realization on where you should be. Don't take it personal. It's just words over a beat. Until your stitch adds up to the speak.
Hey, listen. Shorty a monster. Just know that Shorty a monster. Let's go.
Apostles. This what it feel like when the real MC rock you. MF Cthulhu over Beats by Nar. Hip-hop's mythology just came to life. This the type of shit he sit down to write. Damn right.
Say it with me. Eyes closed, blindfold. He administers mind control. 3 or 4 lines, no.
It's really all it takes. Go back to sleep and enjoy your stay. Yo, isn't the new Bull Stadium great? Don't forget to get a job and
Procreate. They live.
Blindfold, he administers mind control.
They live.
3 or 4 lines, no, it's really all it takes. Go back to sleep and enjoy your stay. Yo, isn't the new Bull Stadium great? Don't forget to get a
Job and procreate. Come on.
The now hypnotized speaking, can't you see? From sea to land to shining sea. He's one of those I gotta see. A self-realization on where you should be. Don't take it personal. It's just words over a beat. Until your stitch adds up to the speech. Sheesh. Buddy, get a grip. From here on out, let's just drip. Every day is a trip. Making waves. K-John ship. This what it's like when being raw. Having fun with it. You know what I'm talking about?
Hold on, I got one. I got something for you.
With eyes closed, blindfold, he administers mind control. 3 or 4 lines, no. It's really all it takes. Go back to sleep and enjoy your state. Yo,
I got something for you. I got something for you. I love you, nigga.
Blindfold, he administers mind control. Go back to sleep, enjoy your state. Isn't the new Bull Stadium great? Don't forget to get a job and procreate, nigga.
Hey, listen to me. Before I play this next joint, y'all gotta tune in. Y'all gotta tune in. UNITV. Goddamn it. TV, radio, podcast, movies, clothing, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. But right now, we finna go right here.
You know that motherfucker slow as hell. Look at him out there in the goddamn street. Pants falling off his ass and everything. Boy, get your drunk ass out the street. Oh, retarded motherfucker. Somebody go get that boy out the street before he fuck around and get hit by a car. The police come lock his ass up. It's not a conspiracy, motherfucker. This shit really happening.
It's really happening. Lord NIE.
Let's go. Piss, AI. You can kiss back to back. Just when you thought all your favorites come with their best last, experts say. As a year, 50-50, now you have no more need for rap. There's no more room in the time capsule. Buck up, say change supposed to happen is good. It's so every defeat you kill for paper knocking on wood, man.
You hear what that man just said? Listen to what he talking about.
You know that motherfucker slow.
Listen to what they talking about. Same way y'all listening to UNITV, podcast, radio, and everything you can think of. We are here for you. But we finna get into these lessons in a little bit. It's not class, but it's something like class though.
You can kiss back to back. Just when you thought all your favorites coming with their best last, experts say. As a year, 50-50, now you have no more need for rap. There's no more room in the time capsule. Buck up, say change supposed to happen is good. It's so every defeat you kill for paper knocking on wood, man. A distant look into your future transformation happens regardless of your participation or not. The future is now. We're all not a soiled green. Unless who's the city. Remember the peril of the grasshopper in the air. Seeds on the boards, playing grasshopper. Perfection does involve skill. You need a little more to know how to build. In conclusion, they gotta be illusion. Unless polarity suits you, there are no winners or losers. As we keep evolution moving toward the next great work. I'm tired of being trapped in, looking for work. You do what works until it don't. Is this really what you want? The never known has been dried up. The never known dried up has been. I think you don't. I mean, think about it. Is this really what you want? The never known dried up has been. I don't think you don't. I think you don't.
I think you don't. You and I. That stands for you and I. Means me and you.
Experts say he's the reason the early drought season come on. Come on with this game. When the hell Congress gonna step in? Never. So much for the power of the pen, unless it's in his hands. Back the belt tightening again.
Don't make any plans.
The beat that specific instructions on how to move your hands. Out there in the heat wave, working on the stand. Man, important decisions that you bumping into them again. They come and go at 12 o'clock. Once the cap twists, you get hit like private stock. Let's have a sip of the falling. Mom said, since we like been knocking, it's the name calling.
We finna get into it.
Down the long lens, Pringles and lays and all spells. In the days, no matter what life tab. You'll never hear around this way, nor should you. Variety is king, cash is his evil cousin teasing. You'll never even get from them a string. By the time you catch on, wrong tradition. has been, I think you know. I mean, think about it. Is this really what you want? And never known dried up has been. I don't think you know. I think you don't.
This ain't the same case, and you finna find out why it ain't the same case.
Cthulhu, fresh about the Necronomicon. Experts say he's the reason the early drought season come on. Come on with this again. Who the hell Congress gonna step in? Never. So much for the power of the pen, unless it's in his hands. Back the belt tightening again. Don't make any plans to be that specific instructions on how to move your hands. Out there in the heat wave, working on the stand, man, doing decisions that you bumping into them again. They come and go at 12 o'clock once it's capitalist, you get hit like private stock. That's how we sit for the fallen. All I'm saying, since we like been knocking through some name calling. When the chips falling down from all men, Pringles and lays and all the spells. Any days, no matter what lifetime. You never hear rhyme this way, nor should you. Variety is king, cash is
Stick with me, I'll be right back. Just hold on.
by the time you catch on, going for bigger and better things. It didn't take long to do this. I just gave it a few extra seconds so we wouldn't feel stupid. So much for doing favors. X times rise to the 31st flavor. That's the 99th power. As we move into the 399th hour. So much for doing favors. X times rise to the 31st flavor. That's the 99th power. As we move into the 399th hour. Check that beat, you know what I'm talking about? Toby check beats. Known felon shit, 9 of them. Cthulhu. Bum with that last one, but it's alright though. You get the motherfucking picture.
Just stick with me, I got y'all. Hold on for a minute. Alright, check it out. Let me set this up so we can start doing what we came here for. Now, I'm gonna play a couple of more songs. I know it may sound like my brother Panic for what I'm doing, but you know, that's the God and how he did the thing. See what I'm saying? When he was down here in the illusion with us. And believe me when I tell you, that man has given me so much. Feel what I'm saying? It's indescribable. So we finna get ready to get into it. You feel what I'm saying? And right now though, before we get to that point, you feel what I'm saying? I want y'all to know that I ain't got to bite or do none of that. We all down here breaking down different levels of understanding of this thing. So to all quantum gods, known and unknown, Ashe. All quantum ancestors, known and unknown, Ashe. So we doing the libations on camera. So y'all can understand what this is really about. You feel what I'm saying? And everybody has their role to play. You know what I'm saying? You can't get to level 2 unless you get past level 1. So we definitely finna get into it. And all of these instruments that y'all finna see me play, y'all gonna hear me do a good breakdown on it, as I've done a thorough breakdown in all of my classes. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got their own thing and how they come forward and bring the information and all of that. Everybody got their own level of information. See, I come by way of all of the elders. You feel what I'm saying? And like I said, when I do this portion of the information, I'm not asking you to give me anything for it. But like as far as music, and I'm not using this to promote my music, because I don't have to, because I'm just that good without me having to use this as a gateway to say, oh, well, I'm gonna support his music because he's conscious. Listen, I was conscious way before. And it's not that you wasn't or any of that. It's not a knock to nobody, it's not a diss. That's just who I am. You feel what I'm saying? So, hold on, because it's a joint I want y'all to hear. It's a joint I want y'all to hear. But first, yeah, you right. I want y'all to hear this one first, though. This one of them. This just one of them. And then we're going to get into it. Check me
The
out.
city streets come alive with tears cried, stray shots, cry out to social reform, zombies nodding their head to death's favorite poem. Anybody know where we going? The more refusing bodies we way too full. On the other side of the coin, social dissidents mixing Henny and Red Bull. Save yourself, the only way to make it. The NBA on TNT.
While I'm setting this up, y'all listen to this.
The city streets come alive with tears cried, stray shots, cry out to social reform, zombies nodding their head to death's favorite poem. Anybody know where we going? The more refusing bodies we way too full. On the other side of the coin, social dissidents mixing Henny and Red Bull. Save yourself, the only way to make it. The NBA on TNT helping Ted Turner pass legislation. Art and activism. Whose God commissioned this portrait? Godless clay elevates to rich heroes. You either go to bed hungry or sell your homies crack. Now how long we gonna keep telling that story? I want a refund. You're not supposed to like this. Why are we like this? Our own detriment becomes instant classics. The rules of engagement, genocide our own, go platinum and get paper. No one said it would be easy. If it ain't gang, you ain't eating. Instagram, the digital pimpin' kin. The most illiterate societies, slaves to Facebook's pen, while TikTok speeds up the clock to doomsday. Mother Nature seeks mass extinction. Day after tomorrow, you might not be here. While we're here fighting for cancer to spread, I'm not over your head, just look where we at. To get fresh, it's a quarter of my check. The rest go to weed, bottle, and rent. Food for less, stuck me up with no gun. Now y'all know who's behind the extortion at the gas pump. I worked 1 billion hours last month and made 50 cents. I swear to God, this my last blunt. I said the same shit, rolling a law pack last month. I'm about to call a homie now. PTSD won't allow me to put it down. When did we get to the point where shit like this gotta come out? We thrive off dysfunction. Seems to be the mission statement of the company. Another Blade Runner surviving the game. Snapchat holograms, fear the corporation going up in flames. Afraid of change. That which controls the subconscious runs the game. We're at the point where we openly eating each other, estranged from the father, cursing the great mother. Do we really know each other? Do we really know ourselves? Or did somewhere down the line God failed? Do we really know each other? Or do we really know ourselves? Or did somewhere down the line God failed?
All right, it's one more I want y'all to hear, and then we finna get into it. There's one more I want y'all to hear. Then I want you to get into it. We're gonna get into it. Let me go to that joint real quick. Just hang out with me. But anyway, while we going into it, right, I want y'all to remember.
Uh-oh, let's push this back. They said you had too much. They said you had too much. I said you way too focused. Look,
Remember that singing bowl I just showed y'all?
I said you way too focused. I implode your plan in on itself and watch you roll over in the mud like please. If you could only just hear me this one last time, I swear, G, I'd never be that way again, transcend, but instead, you now somewhere showing off in the bins. Homeboy about to roll up on you right now, can't even see it coming. You should've kept your head up. Look, you looking down so far, man, in your biz, you forgot that the time that you spent right here wasn't even real. You came back to it, it's too ill. These cats got a knock at your blah, 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 he ill. Right now, all over the ground, wow, this nigga didn't have to take that route. He got taken out due to his own insecurities among the gunshots. It's him looking in the mirror, seeing all his imperfections. Uh-oh, let's push this back.
Because we definitely finna get into it right now.
They said you had too say you hide too much. I say you way too focused. Look, they say you way too high. I say you way too focused. I implode your plan in on itself and watch you roll over in the mud like please. If you could only just hear me this one last time, I swear, G, I'd never be that way again, transcend. But instead, you now somewhere showing off in the bins. Homeboy about to roll up on you right now, can't even see it coming. You should've kept your head up. Look, you looking down so far, man, in your biz. You forgot that the time that you spent right here wasn't even real. You came back to it, it's too ill. These cats got a knack at your blah, 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 he ill. Right now, all over the ground, wow, this nigga didn't have to take that route. He got taken out due to his own insecurities among gunshots. It's him looking in the
That's
mirror,
all
seeing
freestyle.
all of his imperfections imploded in his mind. Now he's somewhere in the state hospital.
That song right there is all freestyle.
Like, yo, how the hell I end up in this time in my life? Look, why we gotta go that wild? We are there. We might as well go and get some eggs, milk, and fabric softener, then walk back to the crib and shake it off us. It's kinda cold when you sitting up in your corporate office, trying to figure out how you gon' make this next offer. Meanwhile, somebody's blood being drunk at an altar. That's how it go when realities now become altered. It's the type of thing you say is awful, but then later on, you go kneel down, cross your chest, give an offering, and drink blood and eat crackers. And then after that, come back and call people crackers. My happily ever after is somewhere in the hereafter. It ain't got nothing to do with what you thinking he's going to have to hear now. It's going down like the price of living, cause ain't nothing costs more than what he giving. Has nothing to do with bragging. It's about the stamp time, date, and tagging. When you get into your mind, when then the dragon reveals itself. No more fear, what you thought wasn't self now becomes all of these things around. I could have been a tree or be Pete in this Lake Michigan, somewhere where somebody dumping big cans, pulling out fish. Or been a star crashing into your planet, make a wish. Let's be the Lex Thyanzoo who plot finish. Or probably be Kanish being served up now. Is this one of them fantasies we can all play a part? Let's pretend to be smart. You just make it up out of nowhere, huh?
All right.
Yes, there is an app that allows you to see a map.
All right.
of vendors in your area.
Listen, never mind all that what you just heard on the commercial thing. I ain't got YouTube Premium, and who cares about all that? So that big red bowl y'all just saw me show on the screen, and that tuning fork is the root chakra. If you are unfamiliar with the root chakra, here is an accurate map of the root chakra system, of the whole entire chakra system. So the red is the root, the orange is the sacral, the yellow is the solar plexus, the green is the heart, the aqua looking blue is the throat, the indigo is the third eye, and the magenta is the crown. So right now, I'm finna spin this root chakra bowl. So we're gonna be dealing with the 7 bowls, and also we're gonna be dealing with this, the singing triangle, along with the tuning forks. So let's get a whiff for this right here. Spin it like that. This singing triangle works for all of the chakras. So, Below the root chakra is the earth chakra. Let me get my chakra crystal one. This is the chakra crystal one. Now, the earth chakra, there's a corresponding color and crystal for it. Give me a hot second. Everything was within reach. Let me see. Hold on. Stay right there. I got it in here because I got many different altars. All of these altars simply represent is portals and entryways of power. You know what? I can use this right here. So, this particular crystal right here could be used for the earth chakra. And you can use this crystal, which is brown, which is a brown light, not the typical brown light that you could describe to somebody and they can automatically get it. We're talking about a brown light that if I tried to explain it to you, you would think I was lying when I described it to you. So you want to picture this light, and your earth chakra goes from the bottom of your feet to midway up in your thighs, past the knees. You want to go past the knees and midway up in your thighs. That's the jurisdiction. So it's the bottom of your feet, midway up your thighs, right up in here. And that's the color. This type of, well, it's brown, but a type of brown light that people would think you was lying if you tried to explain to them the color. Let me get a dark crystal, a black one. I got some, what do you call those? I got obsidian. I got tourmaline. I got all of them. But here's a dark crystal. So you want to picture those two lights. And what you want to do is nothing complicated.
With just the right balance of gas and electric, you now have the confidence to go further with any effort.
So you want to sit still in the chair or however you do your meditation. You want to sit still. You want to gather yourself, whatever breathing technique that you're used to. I have several ones that I use, but the breathing technique that I often use is the 3-6-9 method. You inhale for 3 seconds, and what you want to do is get familiar with breathing through your mouth and your nose at the same time. Or go, now you see me, watch. Hold it for, so you inhale for 3 seconds. Let's go for 3 seconds through the mouth and the nose. Relax. Hold it for 6 seconds. release for 6 seconds. And you want to practice inhaling for 3 seconds through both your nose and your mouth, and exhaling. You want to inhale for 3 seconds, hold it for 6 seconds, and exhale through both your nose and your mouth for 9 seconds. If you're starting off and you cannot exhale through your mouth and your nose for 9 seconds, then whichever one you can do it. You start with both of them, okay? So when you're exhaling through your mouth and your nose, push it out until you're exhaling through both of them for 9 seconds. But if you can only go a little bit of time through your nose and the rest of it is done through your mouth, by all means, you are not doing it wrong. No matter how you do it, until you're able to do it like I just explained, inhale 3 seconds, hold for 6 seconds, exhale through your mouth and nose for 9 seconds, until you are able to fluently exhale through your mouth and your nose. No matter how you get to that point, you're not doing it wrong. What if I do it that you're not doing it wrong? What if you're not doing it wrong? What if you're not doing it wrong? What if you're not doing it wrong? There is no wrong way of doing it until you are able to do that. We're going to use this rain stick. All of those elements that I'm telling you about, tuning fork frequencies, crystals, singing bowls, they're all nothing but components that are inside of you. As I said in classes, I have lives that you can go access on Instagram. I have uploads on YouTube, and I also have YouTube lives that I've done, along with uploaded videos that I've recorded and uploaded to my YouTube live. You can go on TikTok, and I will be doing it across all mediums. I also have stuff on my podcast. All of that information is available on my pages, on my YouTube social mediums. So, first we're going to start with the earth chakra. In the earth chakra, you can combine these. So let's say, what if I want to combine this type of light, this type of light, and this type of light? What if I want to combine them together? Don't let me stop you. There is no uniform. If you're doing it this way, you're wrong. No, it's called whatever your mind tells you to do, or whatever you feel like doing. So combine that dark light and that brown light together, because they both represent what? The earth chakra. And what does the earth chakra represent? You being the idea as far as in physicality, but you were always there. Time never was when man was not. Where am I getting this time never was when man was not? Let's document our sources. It's called the Circle 7 Quran. If you're one of those type of people that say, what does the Quran have to do with black people? The Circle 7 Quran is based on Islam, and it comes out of da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I would suggest that before you start being irrational, and I'm not talking about rationality as in sticking with left brain thinking and keeping your right brain suppressed. I'm saying being irrational by saying, hey, wait a minute. Even though I don't know the fullness of, I'm going to suppress anything that the Circle 7 Quran. Am I a Muslim? I'm not. I am a Christian. I'm not. I don't exist. I do not exist. I don't lay claim to any groups. So I'm not a Christian, Muslim, elk, Mason, Kemetic studier, esoteric studier, occult studier. I'm nothing. I do not exist. But I come before you simply as you, because you have no title. You can't put a title to what you would call black people. And when it comes to melanin, you cannot put a title to it. You can't put a title to it. Because when you start putting a title to it, guess what? It dies. You arrest your development there. I've been telling y'all that for years. Since I was going live on Tag. Y'all know the dating app Tag? Tag Live was the first medium where I was able to go live and bring this message. Not that I was looking for a medium to go live and run my mouth and start saying, give me some money. No, it's all about me coming to fulfill why I came to earth. Let me say this again. I did not get on Tag Live back in the days to come down here to run my mouth and say, I'm finna put you up on something, follow me, give me money. That's not what I was doing. What you see me doing now, it's an upgrade, which means I have furthered my study, knowledge, and research so I can be able to come to you today. So, we're going into the root chakra. But before we go into the root chakra, we got to start with the earth chakra, which is the first chakra on this realm of what's called the illusionary state. That's the idea. You were an idea, even if nobody planned to have you as a child. So those people who are having sex without planning for a child, and what they call, look at me, air quotes, oops baby. It's not an oops baby. They're just simply helping you get down here to where we at. So whatever you came to earth to do, you're here to do it. So as the idea, you are already in formation, which before you was an oops idea or any other way, whether it was planned out or whatever it was, you were already in existence. You were just brought over to this side. You know how you had that dream? Like I said last night, you know how you had that dream and you tried to wake up with that money in your pocket? Except for this time, if you had a child, that child represents that money in your pocket and you woke up with it. Is that a good thing or bad thing? I don't know. Quite frankly, I don't care. Am I being heartless and saying I don't care about you, your child, your situation, and what situation you brought your child into? No, that's not what I'm saying. If that's what you're thinking, then you need to pause and get your 1, 2, 3, or your 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3. What the heck is bothering me? You need to do woosah, whatever it is, so you can stop being so emotionally dragged into a situation where it's always you being left brain. What do I mean by left brain? Logic. Is logic a bad thing? Overall, no. Because you have a brain, and your left brain is logic, your right brain is spirituality, or what they call intuition. So, as a man, you're supposed to, while you're down on earth, be balancing your left brain with your right brain. As a woman, you're supposed to be balancing your right brain with your left brain. So, in layman's terms, get your logic and ideals balanced with your emotional side. your more intuitive, spiritual side. As a woman, balance your emotional side and spiritual side with your logical side. If you never do that, what's the problem? It's just that if you don't get the chance to do that, then you see the reality that you're living in now? Somebody's using your subconscious mind to create the reality for you to be in. Because, number one, all the stuff that you're doing right now that you don't know, that you have no control of, and I'm not saying it like, oh, you need to wait till he upload another live so we can figure out our next move. If you're doing that, I feel bad for you. Don't wait for me to upload a video for you to know your next move. Okay? That's for you to decide. What I'm simply saying is you must bring both of these sides of you, masculine and feminine, into a harmonized balance. Because when you start figuring out the knowledge, it's all feminine and overall. It's all feminine. The masculine is simply the giving half, the creative part of God, which is the feminine process, the feminine energy, which represents all in all the great mother. For those of you who are born without this, the belly button, step forward and let me know where you came from. Because if you was born without a belly button, you was born without coming out of your mother's womb. Let me know where you come from and break it down how you came to be so I can learn even more. Now, so, excuse me, when it comes down to the earth chakra represents the place where your foundation is set. Not saying that earth is the place, because this is an illusion. Earth is an illusion. It's a dream. Remember that dream? Holding on to that money? So, what about the people who don't have kids? What is the money represented as then? The money is simply you as a human being having kids holding on to the money. Again, you don't have kids? Well, what's your money that you're holding on to? The reality, your job, your status, everything around you. That makes you human. Let me turn this off. Now, what you have to realize, and it's real simple to realize once you start researching, it's nothing hard to grasp. But if the only thing you can think of, well, if it wasn't how I learned 1 + 1 is 2, then you won't get it. Because when it starts going to what this thing is really about, you'll drop off and say, well, that doesn't agree with my left brain logic. So when they tell you you're using 3% of your brain, they want you stuck there. Who is the they that I'm talking about? We'll get into that. Trust me, we're going to get into that. Believe me, we're going to get into that. And the they is not who you think it is. Because we want for so bad to be good versus evil. Even if you say I'm spiritual, and you ask a person, okay, you say you spiritual, not to call you and your integrity and you as a being into question, like, do you know what you're talking about? Or to put you on the spot. What do you mean by spiritual? And they say, well, we're all responsible. In the way they're right. Not as in right and wrong. They have some insight. Excuse me. But to further you being spiritual, you have to realize, if I'm telling people I'm spiritual, what do I know about the spirit realm? Because when it comes to the spirit realm, most people who say they're spiritual are still arresting their development to something outside of themselves. And if they say, no, I know it's all on me. But when you start talking about it's all on you, and you start going into that it's all on you, when you get to certain parts, they leave that certain part, what they don't agree with, up to something called a higher power. And that higher power that they're arresting their development on is a rules that was created for them to no longer have any kind of responsibility. Because you can say you're spiritual all day long, but at the end of the day, you can say I'm spiritual, there's a higher power, but then when it gets down to it, you start saying that, oh yeah, but so-and-so, they responsible for their actions. And that's cool. Because you're still in the speculatory stage. And the speculatory stage is at the first level, but it's at the very top. It's like looking at your skin and saying, well, I know I have skin, but somebody gave this to me. And when you start hearing the explanation on to as to where this skin really comes from, and it doesn't agree with what your left brain, while leaving your right brain sleep. See, your right brain and your left brain has nothing to do with mundane intelligence. Nothing at all. It's nothing to do with you having an intelligent answer to explain it. Because in the realm of intelligence, if you are really studying versus just saying, I seen the video, I heard somebody talk about it, you have to have read books. And then you have to have known that when you're reading these books, where did they get their information from? And if somebody tell you, okay, the book that you read, you know that information is based on what the original black woman and black man laid down billions, not millions. And I'm not here to refute anybody's information. All our brothers and sisters are right when they say millions. Even if they never use the word billions, they still telling you the truth. Millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of years ago. And I'm only using billions as a way for you to grasp. Because if I say millennia, since before you knew what time was, that came from us. The only thing you have to go off of is logic. So your right brain stays asleep. That's what they mean by you're using 3%. And that 3% that you're using, hear me when I say this, look at me. The 3% that you're using only allows for you to do what? Pay bills and hope. Now, am I denouncing going to work? No, I'm not. I'm not saying that. Because when it comes down to people learning, you got those who will go to the God realm and beyond, and then you got people who are to learn from those who have gone beyond the God realm. So, earth is a place for learning and teaching. And if you arrest your development at just simply the words learning and teaching without going further in, and you say that you are about being the black person whom everybody like to brag about, because we all like to brag about black and being black. And when you ask black people, well, what does it mean to be black? On average, you know the answer you'll get? Being able to do anything better than white people. For those of you who are joining us, no matter what color, race, creed, or background you come from, this is not about black versus white. Here's why it's not about black versus white, or respect or disrespect. Everything down here we created. And the one thing that we love, let's say I tell you right now, which I'm going to tell you, that we created white people. You'll get all excited and say, yeah, we created white people, Yakub, this, that, and the other. Even if you don't know nothing about Yakub in its totality, or you know a little bit about it, Yakub, you'll still agree that black people created white people, or white people come from black people, no matter what your understanding is. But then, right after that, if I start going into the particulars, you will then begin to say to yourself that, oh yeah, higher power. Let me see if I got that in this book. Hold on. I got it wrote down. The 3 races of men. And when I say man or men, that doesn't mean just penis. We're talking about man, as in woman and man all at the same time, because that's the term they use to describe. Let me see if I can go to this. Ain't no let me see. It's written down in here. Let me stop saying that. It's written down in here. The 3 races of men that created just bear with me. I got the 3 races written down. If it's not in this book, in this notebook, it's in one of them. And I know one of them, one or two of them is the roti, the himu, if I'm not mistaken. And one of them comes from the upper part of Egypt, one comes from the lower part of Egypt, and one comes from the middle part of Egypt. And in that comes the science of the creation of the white man, which we created. And these people, known as the Egyptians or the Kemetics, you know, for all you people, and I don't mean no disrespect when I say that, it's not about respect or disrespect, so I ain't gonna be saying that no more. You either here to learn or you here to get your feelings appeased. And I'm not here to build up your self-esteem. This has nothing to do with self-esteem. Because in my opinion, those who are on this level should have no room in their life for having a self-esteem. Because you don't need it. Because if you created everything, what the heck you need a self-esteem for? And why do you need a self-esteem for somebody to bring down? And I'm not guessing. And I'm not saying, oh, I read a book and I'm trusting that book. No, I know. And there's ways for you to get to know this stuff. But first, you got to get over your left brain thinking. Of thinking that it's impossible. Nobody could know. You might as well go back to Islam, fundamental Islam, and fundamental Christianity, where it says that God, and let me clarify when I say this. I'm not saying because you believe that there's a God that created and did all of this stuff, that there's something wrong with you. That's your level of understanding. Come on, man. We all, even if, let's say your parents went to church all the time, but you never went. You still have that training in you. Because guess what? You like McDonald's. Well, I ain't ever eat McDonald's when I was little. So you never ate Now Laters, Flame of Hots, or none of that stuff. You came out the womb with knowledge of self. Good. That's good. But don't look at nobody else because they didn't come out the womb with knowledge of self as if they're wrong, crazy, mixed up, this, that, and the other. Don't do that. Because that's another way you can kill the melanin on the inside of you, and you can't move forward blaming people for a situation they was placed in. That's just like if you raise up a pit bull puppy just to fight the pit bull puppy. Am I comparing you to a dog? Why did you use a dog as a reference? Well, why did she or he have a daughter and then let her and turn around and pimp the daughter out? Understand that. It's in here. So you got to understand that when I'm talking, I'm not here to condemn anybody. I'm definitely not here to help you be a better human being. That's not my job. Once you start seeking enlightenment, that what you call being a better human being is automatic. And being a better human being does not look like, may I open the door for you? Can I pull out a chair for you? My brother, this, that, and the other. You know what I'm saying? All of the stuff, all of the cliches. Because that stuff that I was just saying, that's natural in you. So you got to understand something. The reason why you see black people acting the way they're acting is very simple. Very simple. Simply because they're trying to adhere to laws that they wrote and left for people who they had to civilize. If I wrote down, thou shalt not steal, and then somebody later on caught me waking up out of a nap and said, hey, thou shalt not steal, and I believed that, I'm going to start believing that I was a thief. I'll forget totally that I wrote it down. Here's how you make a person forget that. Well, number one, you was a slave. Didn't slavery happen? What does a slave have to do with you stealing? What does being a slave have to do with you being a thief? But here's how they make that work. I had to civilize you. And because I civilized you, you owed me something. See, we busy running around here blaming people for stuff that they just have no idea of. And ask yourself this question. Ask yourself this question. It may be in my other book. Let me see. But I got it written down. You got to ask yourself this question. And it's real simple. If that person specifically said that I'm going to ignore my trauma and behave in this life, and they consciously decided to do that, what is the problem? If you meet a person and they act in a certain way, okay? I don't care what they look like as far as color, what background they come from. If you meet a person and they act in a certain way, okay? And you say, you know what you're doing. Why do you think because they got with you, suddenly it's supposed to dry up and change? Why is it that that person is supposed to automatically get with you and now their life becomes better? Don't give me that, well, they're supposed to consider the fact that they're with you. What do you mean? They're supposed to consider you. And their life's supposed to, and they're supposed to make all of these alterations. Oh, I'm with him, or I'm with her, whoever it is, vice versa, or whoever you with. They're supposed to all of a sudden, now that I'm with you, here's where my life get better. So you know what it's saying? That if they wouldn't have never met you, well, it ain't necessarily got to be me. It could have been somebody like me. Or eventually, don't they supposed to change? No, they change when they decide it's time for them to move forward past all of this, period. Or let's go with the mundane level. I'm tired of my results. Let me do something about it. But because they don't do that, why is that such a problem for you? When you hear people say, I was with this person, I gave them my best years. You may say, oh man, what you mean you gave them the best years? You knew they was like that. But then you got that person you was with, and suddenly the rules no longer apply. So I'm gonna get that. Don't get it twisted. I got it wrote down. I got so much stuff wrote down. And I'm not making no excuse. Hold me to this. I'm going to have that for you the next time you hear me doing this. About those 3 races of men in which the white man came out of. Okay? And I'm not saying that's the end all be all. That's just one spin on it. Because when you put the whole puzzle together, you'll see, oh, okay, I get it now. Because you're looking for one thing to explain. It's just like if I say, I got a book that explains human history. One book is going to explain human history. One book can explain human history. It can't. Okay? One book cannot explain human history. It just can't. So we're dealing with the earth chakra, which is the foundation for the root chakra. So you're the idea, even if it's not an idea that's planned. But when I say it's not planned, guess what? It is planned, but not just in the way you thinking. Because guess what? The people who you was born through, that's who you had an agreement to come to earth with. Otherwise, you wouldn't have been born through those 2 people. What about the people that have abortions? Guess what? That was part of the plan. Or, on the other side of the coin, those people who had that earthly unplanned birth, okay, were trapped down here and were caught up. So you can have it both ways. Not me making an excuse saying, oh, what if somebody asks you this question? You just got to answer for everything. I do. And all of my answers check out. And they will check out for you too. Not based on me making it true for you, but you doing the research. You have to study instead of disagreeing with something that you haven't done an extensive study and background and research on and read books. And if you're looking at, well, you really can't trust the book. If you never known nothing about nothing and somebody told you about anything, how could you say you're spiritual and I believe in a higher power? Where'd you get that from? That came from somebody speaking about something that they learned in a book, and you either listened to it and said, I agree. That end of story right there. It came from a book. Then you gotta ask, well, where did the books come from? You, us, me, you, the black people. Well, where did we get it from? We brought it with us. So we dealing with the earth chakra now. Now you're a baby forming in the womb. What am I saying? You are becoming a fetus. The earth chakra is the first energy emotional center that's recording and something called your Akashic records. Your earth chakra led you to the root chakra, which now puts you in this world as either a person who's insecure or secure about who they are. If you're insecure, that means you have a overactive or non-active root chakra. Is that good or bad? It's neither good nor bad. It just simply means that either you watch TV too much or you don't watch it at all. Which is bad? Watching it or not watching it? Now, when you start to want to learn about the world, you can't read books like Universe, Earth, and Man and figure out what's going on in 2024. Though you can, but you're gonna need what's coming on TV to help you further understand that book. So there's stuff on TV you need to be watching, especially if you got a Fire Stick. Like the movie Devil's Advocate, The Matrix, In the Mouth of Madness. Movies like that, just to name a few. A Bug's Life, Ants, X-Men. So TV is not the thing that you want to be denouncing. What you want to denounce is watching TV without a purpose. If you're in this realm of understanding, just because you're not doesn't mean that I'm saying you're lacking. You determine that. But consensus will say, yeah, if you're doing it and you lacking, not in the way, excuse me, because I was about to say that. But it's not that you're lacking in a way, it's just the fact that you're not in tune with what it is that's in front of you. So your earth chakra has something to do with you feeling safe, secure. And how you look at people around you. So we finna do some grounding with this root chakra bowl, so you won't think that I'm here talking about devil worship, because ain't no such thing. To those that know, everybody else that's in your specific belief systems and everything, if that holds true to you, don't let me change your idea. Hear what I'm saying, and if you decide to want to research it, then you make your decisions based on that. So breathe. Whatever breathing techniques you want to use, make sure your spine is aligned up straight. Make sure you're sitting up straight. Don't slouch. Sit up straight, breathe in and out, and just don't focus on the sounds that you're hearing. Let the sounds be what they are, and just say, you know what? A gas station is a gas station. And when a car goes to the gas station, notice, only thing you don't shut off probably is the radio. But overall, that car is absorbing that gas and getting to the next level. So let's go. So your root chakra represents your formative years. So that starts you from 0 to 7 plus 2, which is 9. 7 is the cycle, 9 is the completion of the cycle. So if you add 7, if you add 2 to that 7, that's the completion of it. So if you go 0 through 9, that takes you through all the first years you're going to school. where you're separated from your parents, outside the parents' household. Other people are shaping your thoughts and beliefs about the world. So you got to go back and heal all of that and release everybody in that time whom you thought was responsible for their human interactions with you. Because you can't say, well, I'm only human when it comes down to things that you feel, oh, well, I'm only human. Forgive me. You get it? Let me tell you something right now. This singing bowl that I have will not do that for you. It's only a tool to help you get there. It's only to help you. Just because I'm spinning this singing bowl around does not help me get over my trauma. Well, let me say it like this. It will not get over the trauma for me. It's helping me, but it won't get me over the trauma. Because I spin this, don't mean I'm going to wake up and be like, I'm cured. No, this will help me bring it all up, and I deal with it and release it. How do I deal with it? By remembering my research. By saying, wait a minute, time out. If I'm down here trapped in this human body and subject to do anything at any time based on these emotional centers running wild without me having no control over it, you get it now? This is very important. More important than your kids, your job, your mother, your family, your house, and all the bills you pay. Because you can be, well, I buy food for my kids. I buy clothes. I take them to the park. I play with them. Ask your kids what they think about you. Just because they don't say it to you without you asking them, you get what I'm saying now? There's people been walking around 40 and 50 years, 60 and 70, 80 years, 90 years, and still walking around saying, my mama did me wrong. My daddy did me wrong. Why my daddy wasn't there? I don't deal with my daddy. Man, forget that nigga. Forget her. She wasn't around. I ain't never got a birthday card from my mother or my daddy, depending on which one wasn't there. Or maybe your parents gave you up for adoption. But ask yourself this question. What did your parents really know about this world that they was in? And this ain't got nothing to do with, well, the government, bro, they poisoning our food. The government, bro, they come in with DCFS and separate the families and this, that, and the other. Understand this. What about the parents who's able, because they sellouts. You still making excuses for a human being a human. And that's what they want you to believe. The only thing you have going for you is that you are a human. I got crystal singing bowls. I got weighted tuning forks and unweighted tuning forks. But I promise you, all of this garbage is worthless if I don't do the inner work and transformation. All it is just something new for people to be like, oh, this is the new age and this is what everybody's into now. I can get on the internet and sell people all sort of dreams. I am a spiritual healer. And just because a person's not doing this inner work, you don't know what's really going on. Only thing you can do is just say, this is what they choose to do because it don't align up with what you think a person should be on. And the reason why you're responding like that is because guess what? There's some stuff in your root chakra that's got you responding like that. That's a part of insecurity. Well, my mama, and I don't blame my mama for it. Listen, I guarantee you, if you sit down and talk to a person, say a person got kids. You can talk to the baby mother or the baby father. Guess what? They're going to come up with something that's going to make you say, that's what Buddy was talking about. That's what Bobby Hemmett, Brother Panic, and everybody else who's on this particular level. Not saying that if you ain't on this level, that is something wrong with you, you lacking, you ain't got truth. Everybody's speaking truth. It just levels of truth. It's just that as long as you don't get stuck and only thinking that black people are supposed to advance themselves through financial activism, this, that, and the other. No, nigga. What are you talking about? In order to rise, you gotta fall. In order to fall, you gotta rise. So if y'all fighting for black people to get control of their finances, the food they eat, guess what? The one part you missed about this thing, Earth has something, the universe A, which is the false universe. Universe A is the false universe. Has something called the vibratory rate. And universe A is outside of the quantum verse. It's still a part of it, even though it's on the outside of it. Because in order for it to be on the outside of it, it had to be a part of it. And you are a part of it because you are universe A. You just think that you're physical. Again, go back and watch the movie The Matrix. Neo, why do you think you're bleeding? Why are you bleeding? Because you told yourself you was bleeding. I heard somebody tell me, well, you can say that people got a mindset and they can drink all they want, but when they die, if the doctor diagnosed and say they had all sort of liver kidney failure, and just because you can't say he had a strong mindset, but yet he was suffering kidney damage. And when he died, they was able to say he had kidney damage and all of that. No, stupid. And I don't say stupid as a means of an insult. I'm saying, hey, wake up. Hey, look, man. If the man had a strong mindset and he drunk all of his life until he decided to leave here and make the transition into the next phase of real living, or overall wake up out of this illusionary dream state, ain't no such thing as when he died and they give an autopsy and they say he had kidney failure. The only reason why they would do that is to say that is to lie to you so you won't go wholeheartedly with you using your magical mind. So of course they're gonna say, yeah, he had kidney failure. But if you get a doctor that's honest enough, when he do, or a mortician, or whoever you want to call that person, medical examiner, whichever term you want to use, for all you political correct people, and I don't say, and I'm not meaning nothing disrespectful towards you either. You want to correct me so everybody can get the correct terminology? Go right ahead. I'm not stopping you. I'm not here to argue with you and say you wrong, that you nitpicking, or none of that. No, bro. See, that's the problem. No, you're not the problem. Right on, brother. Give them the right term. But at the end of the day, if you get somebody who's able to do the autopsy honestly and say that man ain't had no goddamn kidney failure. If he didn't believe his kidneys was being affected by alcohol, damn it, then that's what it is. Am I saying, well, we can all just run around the planet and be drunks and pass out in the street? That's not what I'm saying. Because you can't be an alcoholic for 25 years and then one day and say, oh, well, alcohol doesn't affect me if you never had that type of mindset. Because you haven't trained yourself to have that kind of mindset. But if you're training yourself that way, who cares what another person think? Let them talk. Let them say, yeah, I hear what you're saying, bro. But ain't nobody gonna be able to drink for 25 years and you saying ain't nothing gonna be wrong with them? But then start talking about how great black people is. The only reason why you saying that is because you're equating it to black people getting money. What, nigga, did you create the monetary system that you're captive under right now? What if they say, okay, you know what? We're going to give all black people $10 million as a reparational payment for all the trauma that their ancestors suffered. Now, if they gave all of us $10 million right now in the United States and throughout the entire diaspora, if they gave every black person throughout the entire diaspora $10 million, you know what they're going to tell you tomorrow morning? We no longer accept $10 million or no paper money. We moved on to a different currency, and you cannot sue them or pursue them for anything else because they paid you back already. They paid you back. And let me understand this one. So if I was a slave master, a one-eyed Joe, that's, you know what? That's the lowest thing, man. A black slave, a black slaver, that's the lowest thing ever. A one-eyed Joe. Say if I was a one-eyed Joe and I had the slaves on the planet, black slaves, and I gave y'all all $10 million. All I got to do is just say, I no longer deal with money no more. Here's the new currency. I no longer owe you anything. So why don't they do that and just get it over with? Because a few weeks, no, it's been more than a few weeks. It's been about 2 months now. I seen it, and I'm not lying to you. All you got to do is just go Google what I'm about to say right now. I seen on the news where they said they have a committee that's studying reparations. That's how they get to play with your mind. And the wannabes, and please, don't take this as a black people versus black people, real niggas versus Uncle Toms, field niggas versus house niggas, black versus white. It ain't got nothing to do with that. Well, Sean, what does it got to do with it? Hold tight, I'm gonna get to that. It ain't got nothing to do with that. But they said they had a committee studying reparations. And somebody had just made a $50,000 donation to that committee that's studying reparations. What the hell you need to study reparations? Well, this is a new generation. That's just like if I shot your mother and all your family, all they've been doing was talking about me shooting your mother, and 15 years later, you was born, you grow up, and now you need to study on whether I shot your mother or not, nigga. Is you crazy? I need to study that? You need to study that? It's plain as day I shot your mother. But now all of a sudden, 15 years later, the new generations have come along and they got to study whether I shot your mother. They're studying reparations. A year ago, maybe it was 2 years ago, all you got to do is Google it, housing reparations in Illinois. And it's going to take you back to the area of Waukegan, up in that area. Black lady was on TV talking about, we're glad to have these because now it gives us a fair advantage in the housing market. $10,000, $10 million. I think it was either $10,000 or $10 million. Regardless of the fact, any dollar amount, housing reparations and a dollar amount. When they told you, listen, have y'all seen the movie Pauline? With James Earl Jones? And the sister in the movie? And all those little kids in the movie? Where James Earl Jones had to hide? He was a garbage man. And I'm not saying that he was pulling a Rock move when Rock was taking the stuff out the garbage can. Rock was one of the most depressing, like, come on, nigga. You was a garbage man. You know what Biggie said in Biggie's movie, in the Notorious Big movie, the dude that played that role, I get to be a garbage man. I made $20-some thousand an hour more than you. But when they showed you the reality of it before that movie came out, Rock as a garbage man, don't talk about different states, different pay. Nigga, it's all the same. You still trying to make an excuse for this garbage. Rock was going outside, nigga, for his wife's birthday. He took an old VCR out the garbage. Do you understand what I'm talking about? He took a VCR out the garbage and said, I'm going to fix it up. Joey, his brother, bought a brand new VCR. That hurt that nigga pride. You niggas ain't paying attention. And I don't say that as an insult to you. Go back in your root chakra and say, you know what, mama? I don't have to, even though, how old was you when you first had me? You not at blame. You was barely able to get an education. Not saying that she was lacking, stupid, couldn't do it, was lazy. And even if she was, black people have been building this world for so long. Why the hell we got to do anything down here? But you think that's lazy. Come on, Sean. What you mean? If you don't work, you don't eat. Nigga, you sound stupid. When I was in California, watching people go to the grocery store, pay them high-ass prices for grapes and stuff that people was giving me freely off the trees in their yard. Imagine growing up in a state where fruit and vegetables grow freely. In certain neighborhoods and other neighborhoods, they spraying chemicals where it don't grow as free. They can't totally stop it all, but don't grow as free. Where niggas is stealing palm trees. Not with fruit on them, but palm trees have value. Look up what that is. They going to the store to buy these things. I grew up in a place where you can go down on 63rd and Halsted and see different types of fruit trees growing in the middle of the street and everything else on those little sidewalk mediums. So people won't think, oh, it was trees growing in the middle. Come on, bro, you sound stupid. No, you know those little sidewalk street mediums that they have? That you stand on? That they now growing flowers in the middle of? Beautify the neighborhood, purify the air. That in the 90s. Regular apple trees, crab apple trees, blackberry trees, raspberry trees, blueberry trees. Don't tell me nothing. But I'm still willing to learn from you though. I know what I'm talking about. Experience and research. This ain't just me wanting to get on here and this is how I make a few dollars. Nigga, I do everything else. Not every single thing. But if you subscribe to me, you know what time it is. You don't have to be. I'm not asking you to. I'm asking you if you say you're about the occult sciences, it ain't even about that. Let's keep it real. If you say that you are the God 7, and you want to move past being the God 7, what is the God 7? He who conquers the 7 seas, who are master of the 7 main chakras, who mastered the 7 continents, who mastered the 7 galaxies, who mastered the 7 main planets. That's the God 7. You got 11111, 22222, 33333, 44444, 55555, 66666, 77777, 88888, 99999, 0000, and it recycles back again. That's when the numbers start doubling. Then you get 9 and 9 is 18. 8 plus 1 is 9. Once you get to 8 plus 1 is 9 after 18, then that number doubles. What is 18 and 18? 8 and 8 is 16 plus 2 is what? 2 plus 1 is what? 3. 3 times 3 is what? 9. Nine times 9 is what? So go back in your root chakra, because you're still blaming people for stuff that they caught up in just like you. But if you want somebody to understand you, you come off as this, oh, I got it together. But then when it comes to but, you ain't making no excuses. But guess what? You ain't did no real healing, nigga. I'm not here to insult nobody, talk down about nobody. I'm saying, and this is not for me to, listen, I'm not here to save black people. If you think I'm here to save black people, you got me twisted. Nigga, save yourself. How could I save you? How could I save you? Just by saying, my brother, I love you. A little while ago, if you looked at a nigga and smiled, they thought you was a weirdo. If you spoke to a nigga, they looked at you like, fuck you speaking to me for? Or, here go the main thing, nigga, what you want? Then if you say, nah, bro, I'm just speaking, man. I don't mean no harm. Then they get a little, some of them may get a little embarrassed. Oh, what's up, bro? Yeah, In the early 2000s, I get on the bus. This lady sitting on the bus. The bus is crowded. Only 2 seats in the front is me and hers. It ain't my seat yet. So I said, excuse me, ma'am, you mind if I sit next to you? She looked at me like, the what? Older lady. Why aren't we used to each other being like that with each other? I asked her, do you mind if I sit next to you? This is an older lady. Old enough to be my grandmother. I asked her, may I sit? Do you mind if I sit next to you? I don't know if she want me by her or not. But most niggas be like, nigga, it's crowded. I'm finna sit down. But I ain't looking down at that person who would say that. And just because I had the mind to ask her that, don't make me better than you. Don't make you lesser than me. That's just who I am. I am that I am. The same as you, nigga. Ask yourself this question. When the last time you actually looked at your brother and your sister and seen them exactly how you see yourself, no matter how you treat yourself? Look at all the songs that these young people making today. It's all about, you hurt me, you did me wrong. I thank God for putting you in my life. Use my blessing. Now I know these the type of people you don't deal with. Look at the memes that they making on social media. I'm not for or against it. I just see it right down the middle. I agree with the person who made the meme. I agree with the person who's on the other side of the meme. And I agree with the person who thinks like me. I see both sides. Well, what's your take on the whole thing? I see all sides of it. That's it. I don't have an opinion. Well, if you don't have an opinion, you don't count. I guess I don't know how to add then. To not have an opinion is the best way to be. Because you get to see both sides of it. And you get to see it for what it really is. Versus trying to weigh in and say, well, he right because of this. She right because of this. And he wrong because of this. She wrong because of this. There is no right or wrong. It's just an experience. If you walk outside and get into it with somebody, all you did is had an experience. You determine whether that experience is right or wrong. Sean, you just said somebody getting into it with somebody. Come on, man. What you mean it's not a bad experience? If nobody would have never said that was bad, I don't care how you try to prove it's bad. Only listen. Ask yourself this question and don't be logical about it. It's not me attacking logic because you need first. The first level of understanding is logic. It's just like you saying, kill your ego. So if your father taught you how to fight and then the next day you shoot him in the head, that's like you killing your ego. It's the same thing. Your ego has been with you all this time. No, you neutralize your ego. You say, all right, buddy, calm down. There's a place for you. And then you evolve your ego. Because then you got something called the cosmic ego. And that's where the God complex comes from. So go in your root chakra. So when you was in 3rd grade, 1st grade, kindergarten, pre-K, and somebody hit you and you didn't get your lick back, guess what? You still carrying that around with you. Because who wants to be embarrassed? Imagine waking up having to be that bully that was bullying you in school. Imagine being that person every day. What must that life be like? Oh, let me guess. They can change anytime they want to. Well, if they can change anytime they want to, they choose to be like that. What? Now, you just answered your own question. If they choose to be like that, what's the problem, nigga? Because you don't know nothing about this world and how it really operates. This is the place for stuff like that to happen. Not simply because you're on earth in the physical or what you think is the physical body. No, this is the place for it, period. Because it's an imperfect place. You have to murder to live. You like drinking, smoking, eating. Something has to die for you to enjoy all of that. Unless you're comfortable with killing tomatoes. What do you eat then? Pizza, and it's got pizza sauce on it made from tomatoes. But guess what I do in my mind? I constantly work on ways to tear this place down without walking around with a chip on my shoulder. And yes, I get frustrated, but I don't live in my frustrations. I do meditation and wonder, and I go to myself and say, why are you still frustrated over stuff that's human behavior? What's the cause? Go back and heal that situation. Release those people from the responsibilities of being a human in that spot and being trapped as a human, knowing that they're not really humans, they're the gods just like you, and release it, and you no longer get frustrated about it. That's the remedy. Versus coming up with ways to blaming a person. So now we finna move to the sacral chakra because the root chakra deals with creativity. But the sacral chakra is one of the main creativity spots. And the sacral chakra is this bowl right here, this big orange bowl. So now, the sacral chakra, the root chakra, that's dealing with you from the age of 0 through 9. The root chakra is 0 through 9. Actually, 0 through 7 plus 2 equals 9. Now, the sacral chakra is 9 plus 9. So you done seen 7 twice plus 2. This deals with puberty, sexuality, how you perceived in the world. So, as a kid growing up, now you in high school. You already was in grammar school. In grammar school, did you have the freshest shoes, the freshest clothes? Were you popular? All of that stuff carries over into high school. It all has something to do with something called your self-esteem. You walk around with that. So you see people trying to overcompensate. And it works in every way. Don't think, oh, I'm just trying to nitpick. Well, I don't care about shoes and all of that. Nigga, you care about it. Yeah, you do. Because say you one of those people that say you don't care about it. And somebody start roasting you anything and saying your Jordans is fake. You're going to respond in turn. Say they say your jersey ain't the real Mitchell and Ness. Or whichever. My bad, because I may be outdated. You care, nigga. You ain't gonna buy no lookalike substance. Or you ain't just gonna be glad with some Kmart clothing. See, you don't care about the underwear that you got on, but some people do. No, I'd rather Fruit of the Loom. See, the reason why I buy these name brand underwears, because it's better quality. Nigga, it ain't no better than the stuff you finna buy that's cheap. They told you that and sold you that. Do you understand? Your sacral chakra deals with your sexuality and everything that you do. All your talents. That governs all of that. That governs all your sexual organs and everything. Erectile dysfunction, you know what that comes from? The beatdown called life. Ladies, I'm not attacking you. But if you laughing at a cat who can't last, you're going to keep bumping into him. Why don't you say, I care enough about you to help you heal that situation? Fellas, you laughing at that woman for her plight. Why don't you help her heal that situation? Huh? I'll tell you why you're not into doing that. Because your root chakra and your sacral chakra is damaged. It's either overactive, underactive, or not active at all. If they gave niggas reparations tomorrow, we'd all be dead. Can you imagine your dope fiend, whoever it is you know, crackhead, whatever it is you know, getting $10 million? You think they're gonna get sober tomorrow? Oh, I'm financially responsible. All of my depression suddenly is cured because I have $10 million. Did y'all see the Dave Chappelle episode when he did the thing about the reparations? And the news reporter say, we'll have the money back by tomorrow morning. Reality check, they'll have the money back by the time that broadcast is over with. If you woke up tomorrow and wasn't no white people on this planet, you wouldn't know what to do. If you woke up tomorrow and there wasn't no white people on this planet, you wouldn't know what to do. Given the state of mind that you're in right now. Don't tell me I'm lying unless you're on top of things. Huh? Hello? If you woke up tomorrow and wasn't not a white person on this goddamn planet, nigga, you wouldn't know what to do. You so inundated, you wouldn't know what to do. Let me hear you. Y'all so prepared. You want your land back. You want your resources. You would not know what to do. That's okay. That's not a bad thing. It's called a learning curve right now. So let's spin this bowl. This is the sacral chakra bowl. Now, let's get out of that state of mind and let's go to the solar plexus. Because now, you are past your adolescent years and you are grown. You're dealing with your first everything on your own. See, when you was in your root, in your sacral, when you was dealing with, she like me, you had your parents to guide you. Or somebody was around talking to you. If your parents, your homies, whoever. Now you dealing with this as a man, as a woman. Solar plexus, this big yellow bowl right here. This is an energy center that records what your self-esteem has been developed as through your root and your sacral. So your self-confidence was developed through your root and your sacral. Did you get the girl? Were you popular? Did you have the best clothes? Were you able to fight your own battles? Did they like you in your neighborhood? Were you popular in school? All of that is shaped because you out of college. Even if you didn't go to college, you passed the college years, you grown up now, you dealing with the world. Now this shows how you interact with people truly. When so-called, no one's around but you, but there's always people around. Understand that. This is your solar plexus. Your courage, self-esteem, self-respect. And how was this developed? Again, through your root and your sacral. So these are the first three, which represents the animal self. So when you see in all of the traditions, whether it's in Africa, India, or wherever it is, and you see those people with the animal heads on top of the human body, they raise their animal nature, and this is one level. They raise their animal nature up to the high priest, the God realm. And that's one level of understanding. You still a grown man talking about, my daddy, I got daddy issues. You still a grown woman talking about, I got daddy issues, I got mommy issues. Why is that such a bad thing? Why is it such a bad thing? Why is it such a bad thing? I'll tell you why. Because at some point you got to start taking responsibility. But it's nothing to be persecuting somebody for. You got them too. But yet you want somebody else to be responsible? Oh, because I was with them and just because I wasn't this type of... See, they was like this and I was like this. So basically what you're saying is big I and little you. Because if you operate out of compassion, only thing you're doing is working with yourself inwardly, and every once in a while, you're helping them out when possible. But you're letting that person learn. Only person you can fix is you. And how do you fix yourself? By realizing there's nothing to fix. You trapped in this. And the chakra system is not the all and end all and be all. Long as you in this human body, you will have a chakra system. It's a light cold prison. It's easy to figure out. But you thinking like, if it ain't adding up to 1 + 1, that don't make sense. What do you mean? Come on, man. So people just, man, all right, bro. You right. You absolutely right. I'm not going to tell you that you're wrong, but guess what? When you wake up and still be going through those same things, you'll see what I was telling you. I'm not right. You're not wrong. I'm not wrong. You're not right. It's just information. Take it how you need it to be taken. Huh? So we're going to spin this solar plex. Because this is leading to the development of how your heart is. And just because I'm spinning these bowls around, just because I'm rubbing these bowls and getting these sounds out of them, that don't make me stop being a jerk. I have to do the inner work, but this helps me. How does it help me? First thing I would tell you to do, Google singing bowls. Google the chakra system. And then you'll find out. Because I'm not going to have you coming back asking me busy. Nigga, you better research like I did. I ain't your leader. I ain't your teacher. Nor do I want to be. Because after this, I'm finna probably either watch some cartoons, Curb Your Enthusiasm, or something. I ain't gonna be dealing with you niggas. Don't mean that I got hatred or none of that. Nigga, I love you. But it ain't like that. Beat it. Kick rocks. Find you something to do. But you still my babies though. But nigga, it ain't like that. Don't get it twisted. You ain't gonna be bugging me all day. So when I meditate, do I do it like this? Nigga, meditate until you get a result. There is no wrong or right way to do it. It's the way you come up with. Close your eyes and say, I'm going in to fix me. Face your demons. When you close your eyes and you start seeing those scary images, that's you facing the demons. If you know you can't do that right away, then that means it ain't time for you to face them yet. But if you can keep your eyes closed and go through that whole segment of situations, then you're ready to face your demons. But don't force it. You couldn't pay me enough to deal with you niggas like that. And I don't mean no disrespect, but come on, man. I'm not here to fix you. That's your job. I'm just giving you some tools that may be able to help you. Now hold on, I'll be right back. Go use the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. I'm gonna be doing class soon, y'all. I'm gonna let y'all know when. So, you know. And please, this is not a spread the word. All black people need to hear this. This is for individuals who hear the call. Even though this is all our information, as far as black people is concerned, this is our information. But as far as me and anybody trying to, if you find somebody on the internet saying they teaching this information and they doing this to help black people get advanced, they lying to you. I wouldn't care what you try to present. Nigga, they lying to you. This is not a communal black power. We got to rise up thing. You got so many beautiful people on the internet. One of them right here in my chat room right now on YouTube Live. You and I, the Badgers Den, He got so much information for you to help you in your personal life. Listen, that man got so much information. So if you want that type of information, go ahead. That's why we connect the way we do. He got his version of the truth, which is levels of understanding that leads you to the next level. And I got my version of the truth, which is levels of understanding that leads you to the next level. But mine ain't no greater than his, because guess what? I might be chapter 1, he might be chapter 2, or he might be chapter 3, and I might be chapter 4. Depends on how you reading the book, nigga. So I'll be right back. Don't worry about it. Stick around. Stick around. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna use the bathroom. Yeah, no. So, now you learning about the animal self and those first 3 energy centers, okay? Which is the root, the sacral, and the solar. You must heal those and bring them into a quantum field balance. So I won't be sounding all way out this world. Oh, he deep scientifical. No, the hell I'm not. Because I spell cat with a K or with a C. So you can show you how deep I am. I'm deeper than 3 inches in the swimming pool and a bottle cap. That's how deep I am. So I ain't no deep nigga. Nor do I profess to be. All I'm simply saying is, nigga, ain't nothing deep about you releasing yourself from the duties of what they call humanity, if that's what you say you want. Ain't nothing deep about that. Ain't nothing profound about that. Because if that's what you say you want, you came back with a mission to pull people up out of this. Without you saying, hey, I helped you out today. So now we finna go into this green bowl. This is the heart chakra. So those first 3 levels that I told y'all about, that you can easily go research, All you gotta do is just say chakras for dummies. And start your research there. Those first 3 levels shape on how you operate out of your heart. Your animal nature. Do not abandon your animal nature. And it's not about you using your animal nature against people who trapped in this situation, this tragedy, on one level as it's understood. Not all doom and gloom, because you only get into levels of understanding. The first level you understand, oh yeah, it is tragic. Overall, it is tragic that this shit had to happen. That you even had to have these levels of understanding. But once you grow and grow and grow in your knowing, guess what? Me, personally, like I always say, I'm on vacation. That dream vacation. You know how you wander too far outside the resort? That's the only thing that happened. So now your root and sacral and solar plexus is now the blueprint for how you operate out of your heart. And if you want to go above the neck, your heart chakra got to be in place, my friend. I'm so happy to tell you that. You will not get proper pineal gland activity if you're still running around here in your heart full of hate and gossip, which is coupled with the throat chakra. The heart and the throat are definitely connected. So I'm going to keep this heart chakra bowl and this throat chakra bowl. I'm going to keep this throat chakra bowl real close because that one coming up next. Because everything I just explained is the explanation for why your heart is the way it is right now. You feel me? And guess what? Just because I strike this green singing bowl, it's a crystal singing bowl, and I'm only saying that so you can know what it is, not as a bragging point. Nigga, you can get on Amazon and get all of this stuff. It's not hard to do. But just because I strike this bowl and spin it doesn't mean I'm cured. I have to do the work. I have to work with this frequency that's coming out of here. So let's say I was big mouth, gossipy, and all of this other stuff, and I sit down and say, oh, well, I know how to cure that. I'll just spin this bowl. But if my mind is that strong and in that place, then it could happen. I'm not saying that it can't. But you think you finna just be all, oh, man, this motherfucker, he always talking about somebody. He always gossiping. And then you say, that's a female trait. No, that's a human trait. I thought you was better than that. I thought you the great, powerful, strong black. Black is beautiful. But you saw what she had on, girl. Why she come out like that? See, I got my real hair. She got it in weave. What's the difference? What's the difference? Well, you know, real hair, nigga, understand this. Understand this. Research all you can find on weave until you get to the point where you say, well, damn, I ain't gonna say nothing else about it. No spoiler alerts, but you'll be pleasantly surprised. Shout out to all the OGs like Brother Panic, Bobby Hemmett, and everybody else who touched on that specific subject and brought forth truth. So I dedicate this lecture to all the OGs. But this particular portion, what I just mentioned, I dedicate that portion especially to them. Because they was checking me on something. Not that I was in the lecture with them and sitting down in the room, but nigga, they told me some stuff that made me go inside myself and say, you know what, nigga, hold on, time out. So, now you know why people all beat up, gossipy, recluse, all the stuff you can attribute to a person that you would call damaged goods and these types of people, and well, you know, all your little sayings about because you thought you had it all together. But then somebody's having that same conversation about you. It's okay. It's okay. It's definitely okay. What are you doing to release yourself from that? And the people who you're holding hostage in your heart from that situation? Huh? Hello? What are you doing? What are you doing to release yourself from that situation? Because now that you have developed this hardened heart, as it says in the Bible, you've hardened your heart against the very people in the same position as you. Hello? Thought you was the great. I'm not calling you out. The information is. So you got to heal those first 3 energy centers so you can begin to heal your heart. Because you have to be pure of heart. And don't be fronting with this pure of heart thing and thinking that you can still pass judgment over people of any kind. And the spectrum of judgment doesn't go into nitpicking. No, it's all of the stuff that you may think, well, ain't nothing right. Yeah. If you go to Istanbul, you gonna judge them people on their customs? Only way you judging them on their customs is it based on us versus them. Other than that, you ain't got nothing to say to them. That's interesting. Never knew that. So we ain't really got to go too deep into this. Because all the stuff in your mind that you put up like, damn, even that too? Yeah, that too. So let's do this. Shout out to Sister Khadijah. And with that being said, Google chakra spinning. If y'all familiar with who that sister is, great. Send her an email and ask her, is this the right time for me to be, you know what I'm saying, inquiring about chakra spinning for you? If you know, you know. But for everybody else, do that same thing. Ask her, is this the right time? Because people are not just there at your whim. You can't just pull them out your pocket and say, Oh yeah, see, I was listening to bro, and yeah, let me see if I can email her and get her to respond real quick. Ain't nobody your fucking novelty. But don't worry about it, because if that's the way you approach it, don't you'll find out. I ain't saying it. Oh, she ain't for that. She one of them ones. That ain't what I'm saying. Just don't be foolish. You doing the work, you doing the work. Other than that, don't even bother. But when you get ready to do the work, then go, by all means, go ahead and do it. So now, we finna go into the throat chakra, which is this blue spinning bowl, which is bowl number 5. Now you know why you got these gossipy, loudmouth, ignorant, obnoxious, all the things you want to call them. You can no longer do that now if you on this level of understanding and you saying you seeking to know more, you want to get past the veil and all of that. Now you know why. Your first 3 plus this one, which everything leads you to these 2. Because you're speaking from the heart. What's concealed in your heart. And guess what? Your heart is going to tell on you. And your throat chakra will use your vocal box to do the deed. Indeed. You understand? You're running around here opinionated on everything. You just gotta comment. Everybody just gotta know what you thinking. You weighing in on everything. Who are you? The goal is observation and learning and growth. Observation, learning, growth. Knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. So, I'm not telling you out of place if that's not what you want, but reality has a beautiful way of showing you, nigga, get real. Huh? So it's up to you, nobody else. No speakers, no books. You. But at the same time, though, speakers and books are necessary. They are simply guides to aid you. But if you arrest your development at what the speaker said, well, that ain't what so-and-so said, good, because I ain't trying to say what so-and-so said. I'm not trying to repeat in totality what the book said. I'm showing you what I learned and experienced from what the book said, and what the speaker said. In my own way. Because if that's the case, I ain't got to repeat it to you, nigga. I could just say, just go look at someone. And you don't need me to tell you to go look at so-and-so. They all over the internet. They all over YouTube. People posting shorts, making memes of these people, and everything else. To build their content library. regardless of what the purpose is. I'm not saying they're doing right or wrong with it. All I'm saying is, get real. Because guess what? If your throat chakra is overactive, nigga, you in trouble. If it's underactive, nigga, you in trouble. So this goes back to the first three. Were you able to stand up for yourself? And if you wasn't able to do it, let it go. But they didn't say it. And guess what? You in a human body, and you didn't say it, no matter what level. It doesn't mean that you have to count that. No, just know that I am you, you are me, we in the same situation. In the story. Start your research in the healing. So, we're going to go here. Once you're operating out of your heart chakra, you are now free to move about the goddamn country. Which brings us to this indigo or purple, whatever color you may identify it as, known as the third eye chakra, the pineal gland. So, I am, I feel, I do, I love, I see. I see is the third eye. I am, root chakra. I feel, sacral chakra. I do, solar plexus. I love, heart chakra. I speak, throat chakra. I see, third eye chakra, pineal gland. If you ain't got them first four in line, you ain't gonna be able to see what this thing really is for nothing in the world. And you'll be always deceived into thinking that you do, but I ain't really got a clue. You understand? It's not a game. It's what it is. You have to get it in order. Is it a criteria? Is it a must? No. But when it comes down to your spiritual growth, it is. Once you get all of that in order, you begin to know, which is the magenta, which is, you guessed it, the crown chakra at the top of your head, which gets you at the top of the main seven. You ain't get none of this stuff done until you get all of that stuff in the balance and the focus. You want to get somewhere? Get that in order. And again, just because I'm spinning these bowls, that ain't it. It's only a tool to help out. You gotta use your arm to pick up the spoon, put the food on the spoon, and then you gotta use that spoon to put the food in your mouth. And after you put the food in your mouth, you gotta chew it, swallow it, digest it, and push it out. After you pushed it out, your body has assimilated it into nutrients. That's everyday life. So again, I am, I feel, I know, I love, I speak, I see, and I know. That's the chakra color code system, energy centers. Please do not take my word for it. It's called Chakras for Dummies. You can just say, okay, Google, Chakras for Dummies. What is the role of the 7 chakra energy centers? And you will get the information. Trust me, you're going to get it. It's there. Lots of information on it. So I think I'm going to end it right there. You know. Because I ain't trying to hold y'all hostage. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying, son? You know what I'm saying, son? Get it together, nigga. Because ain't nobody responsible for you but you. This what I'm talking about allows you to be in control and take total responsibility for who you are and what you are. Self-realization, getting that real knowledge of self, not you just being proud to be black, my melanin popping, black don't crack, and all of that other stuff. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Please don't think there's something wrong with that. But if you want to know why black don't crack, look up what melanin is. And you'll find out. Damn. Only thing I'm interested in is being able to season my food better than people. Wow. And that's all it is to you? Is being able to put salt on your food better than other people? For real? That's it? That's all it is? You know how to use garlic powder better than me? Huh? No deep and profound. Oh my God. When you gonna be live next? I don't know. I'm a nigga. You'll get the notification when you get the notification. When I do class, before I do class, I'm gonna let y'all know. Even if I just say, okay, all right, I'm finna do class. And I don't say, okay, I'm finna start it right now. Y'all ready? You will know that I'm doing class. That's what you gotta know. So until next time, I'ma holler at y'all. Ah! Yeah. 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 Huh? Because I don't have to spend 7 years. Because there's plenty of information out there with those who took time, who extensively went in. Not saying that I can't, but you know, I want you to do some research on your own. So, what I am gonna do though, before I get up out of here and end this, I am going to do something with the singing triangle and whatnot. Yeah. And this rain stick. me just put these up. All right. Now, it's just like arms and legs. I can wave my arms and move around, or I can get this party started, depending on how you use them. But this won't do the inner healing that I need unless I use this along with the techniques. In every book that you're reading about the gods, you're reading those books about the gods to activate and become the gods. Not as a self-esteem boost. So if you're reading about the Orishas, you're learning how to become the Orishas versus being subordinate to the Orishas. But if you came to Earth to be subordinate to the Orishas, why is that a problem? And if you find yourself gossiping about people who come to Earth to be subordinate to the Orishas, and I don't say that with no malice, disrespect, oh, they're and we're, no. You got it twisted. Some people just come for that. Good night. Now I'm finna go do something else. Beat it. Kick rocks and all that other good stuff. But I do thank y'all for dropping in. Shout out to my brother at the Badgers Den. Philly is definitely in the building. You feel me? Shout out to EILANA, definitely in the building. And I definitely thank y'all for dropping in. If you're going to share this with somebody, share it with somebody who can truly benefit from doing this or who is doing the work. But this is not a save the people thing. I'm not against the people, but as individuals, you can only save yourself. You worried about somebody billions of miles away from you, guess what? It's not that is they on your mind or not. No, what should be on your mind is you. So we up out of here.